Hello, this lecture is about database using Google App Engine. A database is an organized collection of data, and in Google App Engine, you need to set database model and index. And database model can be inserted inside main.py, or you can make a different Python file and import it inside main.py. And index is there is a file name called index.yaml. You can edit index inside that file. First, you have to set database model in Python file. So when you look at this class, you have to make a class name and class, and this is the model name. In this case, it is author. And we use Python library ndb, and this ndb library is installed when you install the Google App Engine launcher. So when you already installed that, you don't have to worry about downloading this ndb library. And inside this class author, you can put many database column like index, identity, and email. So every column you have to set this property type. So in most cases you should use string property, which means same as Python string. And this is a table about what the types of property they have. You can see all of this inside Google App Engine documentation in one of Google pages. So in most cases, you use integer property. This is same as Python int, and string property and text property. So the difference between string property and text is this text is on unlimited length. So when you want to install a huge amount of text, you should use text property. And datetime property is same as a datetime library in Python. So you might have seen that import from datetime, import datetime, and you set a new variable equal datetime.now. Then that variable contains datetime type. So this database property is same as Python datetime type. Inside index file, you should make an index format like this. Kind is the model name, and the property and the direction. You don't have to set this, but when you want to make a query statement, you have to make this index file. Saving data into ndb. You have to call this author class, the model class, to a new variable. So in this example, author equal author, and author dot, this is the column name we specified here, and email also be set here. And you can insert this value to author.identity and this to the author.email. So after setting the value, the last thing is to put author.put. When this is executed, then this row of values are saved into ndb. So when saving data through the form request. The basic flow of system is there are a client and server. The client can request server by two methods, get and post, by the HTML form. Then server responds with HTML, or they save their user's request into database. So this is a form, type of form with a select option. So when user clicks this submit, this form is request to the server, then the server can store into database. Now this slide is about handling post request data. When you want to get requests in the post method, you should put methods equal post. The default is method equal get. So when you want to proceed in the get method, you don't have to put any of this. Inside this function, to make sure that this method is post, you can put if statement like this. Request the method is post. Before you do this, you have to import this request library by from Flask import request. And this is when there is a form input name Q&A underbar title, this request.form Q&A title gets the value inside that input. This is about what we learned in the form HTML form. The importance of putting name inside every input. So in this case, there are three kinds of inputs: title, password, contents. So you set three different variables and you get this request values. And to save this, you can set this in a single line. Here we did like this: author equal and author dot the column name, author dot column name. But you can do this in a single line by the model name and the column name and the value, column name, value, column name, value, and end dot put to save into database. After you save many data inside database, you want to search in database, query database. So to do that, first the class name question dot query parenthesis dot order and negative question dot post underbar id dot fetch. And so if you look into the left part first, dot query and without anything inside this parenthesis, there it means that there is no condition. So so it means to query all the data inside database. And dot order means when you want to order the result in the backward or the normal way. So usually when you want to get the result in the backward, you put this negative sign, and this is the column name. So this means to get a result on post IDs backward. And the last is dot fetch. So since I query all the data, if there are 1,000 entities inside database, this means to fetch 1,000 data in the backward order. But when you put this dot fetch 5, it means to get the data only 5 entities from the bottom 5 in post ID. when you want to query, you can put condition statement like model name dot post ID equal post ID. The reason I put int is when this variable is string type, then you must convert it to int when the post ID property type is integer. So this is the end of the lecture, and the next video will be about practicing about this database and handling form statement.